Is up, everybody? Welcome to 3 Men in the Basement. I am your host, Otto, coming to you live and direct from the grotto. We got a great show for you tonight, but before we get started, you got to watch our sick intro. Hit it, Dave.
There's nothing wrong with your television set. Do not attempt to adjust the picture. We are controlling transmission. We will control the horizontal. We will control the vertical. We can change the focus to a soft blur or sharpen it to crystal clarity. For the next hour, sit quietly and we will control all that you see and hear. You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery which reaches from the inner mind to the outer limits.
All right, it's popping tonight. We're ready to go. But before we get started, let's pump you up with a little bit of commercial advertising from our sponsor, Rocket Comics.
In your face, here it comes.
That's right. Yeah. Love it.
How about that, huh?
How about that? Happy Friday, everybody. I can't wait to do this show tonight. I've been all fired up. We've been talking about it. Cheers to everybody. Hope you've got a cocktail, a beverage. Thank you very much for joining us on this Friday night, wherever you are. Hope you're safe. Hope your family's doing well. Hope you're getting ready. I don't know if your states are getting ready to open up, but more importantly, stay safe, everybody. So I am Otto. I'm coming to you live and direct from the grotto. We are 3 Men in the Basement. And as always, we are the three amigos. So if I don't even know who they were. Who was it? It was...
I don't know.
We're the three amigos.
You're asking the wrong guy.
Yeah, you're right. There we go. That's right. Anyway, so the three of us are here. We're ready to go.
Steve Martin. I'll be.
Yeah, you're Martin Short. I'll be Martin Short.
Roger, what's going on, everybody? Thanks for joining us. I hope you guys are all ready. As I said on my post, come for the book, stay for the laughs. Hoping we're gonna have a good time showing off the new merch.
Yeah, we got
shout out to
right?
Dave Levesque from the Green O, hooking us up with some new swag. He wanted to try out some new machine or something, and took care of us.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. And then, of course, we have the producer running the helm tonight. Nemesis Prime is out and about, but Dave in the cave is stepping up to the plate. Dave, what's up, buddy? Good to see you.
What is going on, folks? Pulling the levers in the background, and let's do it.
Let's do it. Can't wait. Before we get started, though, I think Roger wants to give a shout out to the people we got.
Let's go see who's in the chat. Start off. So Sith Lorley was my first one in there. Shout out to you. The Butcher, thanks for joining us, man. Dave in the Cave, of course. There's that Roger Levesque character. Bernie 1869. What is up? Short Box Bernie.
In the house.
Matt Forge Comics. Thanks for being here. Let's see. We got Josh Amitsu. Joe. I'm sorry.
Joe. All right.
I think that's Joe Shimizu.
Yeah.
3 Men in the Basement. Man Cave Chronicles. Thanks for joining us. Man from Beantown. What is up from North? You're getting some snow tomorrow, I think.
Oh, my God. I'll tell you, it's not so.
Yeah. No Good Comics. Jake Perez.
Chewy in the house. Chewy, that's Chewy.
Look at that.
Good stuff.
Zeus Ortiz. What up? And Knights of Ren. Very Gary. AA Comics. That's it for now.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on that stuff.
That's right. So Knights of Ren, I appreciate you saying the shirt. So these shirts were printed up by Dave Levesque himself. I think we've got a logo for the Green O. Dave, you got the logo we want to throw up?
Do. Bang.
There we go. So when you're looking for your silk screening products, reach out to the Green O. They'll take care of you.
The Green O actually prints the official printer of 3 Men in the Basement, Lords of the Longbacks, and the NY Warriors.
Geeky Swag Shop too, right?
Geeky Swag Shop. And Geeky sells those other shirts. But he's local, so he goes to my brother's shop to have them printed up, which is cool.
Absolutely. Green O, the supplier to YouTube.
Dave Levesque is live now. Hey, Dave.
Boom. Yes, Dave. I'm literally tracking it on my other screen. It's hysterical. So thank you, man. I appreciate
asked him,
it.
I go, Dave, where's your shirt? He goes, I'm literally watching this guy on GPS.
It's unreal. I feel like a little bit of a stalker, but I don't care. So
that's okay.
That's how it goes.
Right. Awesome. So, guys, we've got a great show planned for you tonight. I'm happy you're here. I do want to talk about May the 4th. right? We had a little bit of a Star Wars day. And what was really fun about it is, COVID-19, Corona, it canceled baseball, it canceled basketball, it canceled Free Comic Book Day, the Kentucky Derby, but it can't stop the 4th. Okay. Right. So it can't stop the 4th. So may the 4th be with you. I was excited. I watched the first movie with Rey, The Force Awakens, with my kids, and I thought that was a lot of fun.
And so did we.
Is that what you watch, Raj?
Yeah. The whole family.
Nice. Dave, did you celebrate May the 4th at all with your kids, your family at all?
No, we didn't. But
no? Okay.
I'm approaching it like this. I'm dipping the family's toes in very, very slowly. So
tread it in.
We're starting with like the animated stuff that's really targeted at kids. So we'll
absolutely. So I don't know. I really enjoyed The Force Awakens. The next movie we're gonna watch is Revenge of the Sith, because the kids want to see how he becomes it. We're going to watch them all in order, but I wonder where's the fourth bit. The fourth
Justin had some technical issues. He couldn't married life, right. And he just couldn't get out.
Right. But I'll tell you what, though, we watched The Mandalorian. The Mandalorian's been fantastic and
phenomenal.
I want to tell you what I just watched, and I'll tell you it is absolutely 30 minutes of absolute greatness. The Disney Gallery about the behind the scenes making of The Mandalorian. And if you guys have 30 minutes, please go watch this. If you're a Star Wars fan, if you're a fan of all things geek and how they do things, because this was absolutely brilliant. And I have a few takeaways, which I'm going to talk about. This is my first takeaway. Jon Favreau is going to head up Star Wars. Kathleen Kennedy is going to be out, and Jon Favreau is going to be in, and he's going to run this.
Can I just tell you something?
Yeah.
Because I'm not a big behind-the-scenes guy. Yep. I had no idea that's who that was.
Oh, my God.
I'm like, that's Iron Man's, I don't know, sidekick, for crying out loud. I'm like, I had no idea. I knew the name. I just had no idea it was him until I watched that.
Right. You don't know. You don't know. And you don't realize that Taika Waititi played the voice of the IG droid. You didn't know that. And you didn't realize that there were 4 directors that came into it. So,
dude, six directors.
Oh, 6 directors. Yes. I'm sorry.
It was nuts.
It was nuts. So my takeaway from that is when Kathleen Kennedy gets booted, Jon Favreau is going to come in. And let me tell you about Dave Filoni. Dave Filoni is going to be a superstar in the Star Wars world. He is the epitome of a Star Wars geek. He knows more than he knows. And it's just unbelievable. And what is really good about this is the fact that he almost didn't get the job. Okay. Yep. He almost didn't get the job, which is funny because have you guys ever been in that position where you've gotten that crank call or you thought it was a crank call from one of your boys or somebody telling you won something or something positive, and you're like, get out of here. I don't believe it. Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. We've all been there. And that's what was happening with him. He got the call and he's like, hi, this is Lucasfilms. And George Lucas would like to talk to you about, coming in and talking about the Clone Wars, which he started on. And he's like, Clone Wars? There is no Clone Wars. Like, what are you talking about? And he's like, kind of going back and forth. And he finally realized, oh my God, I might be really talking to somebody.
Yeah, he basically said we was working on SpongeBob or something, and they thought and they were all talking about the animation of Star Wars and stuff, and so he thought it was them playing a crank.
Yeah, he's like, who put you up to this? He's like, I draw Texans from King of the Hill. Like, what do you want me to draw Star Wars from?
I tell you what, I mean, just for Dave, I mean, to walk into that meeting and sit down and get to shoot the shit with the goat when it comes to Star Wars, and essentially be like knighted like his right hand person in a lot of different ways. I mean, that's one, it's awesome, but I think for him, I mean, it could be a lot of pressure too. I mean, he's done a lot of big shows, but just from that show itself, at least the behind the scenes, I mean, you get a sense that he's really taking ownership of it, which is really cool to see.
Yeah, and how he talks about the interview, and I think the funny thing about it is it was such a big deal to him, like it would be any of us sitting there and talking to George Lucas about Star Wars and how he feels the Jedi. He talked about how they were like the mafia, put the lightsaber on a table. This is the way it's going to go.
Yeah, right. Like lay it down,
it's going to happen, or I'm going to use this. And he's just like, well, at least I have a great story to tell. And the producer or whatever, the secretary opens the door and says, "You got the job," and shuts the door on him. Like, he's blown away. That was a great story.
That was a great story. It was really fun to hear that, and then, but it's so true to life, because you're just like, here you are working, you work your whole life, you try hard, you get the chance. Well, you think somebody's messing when you didn't get the chance, and you're like, you walk out, you're like, I didn't get it, but at least I experienced it. And they're like, now you got it. And you're like, oh my God, now I've got to produce, So
that's good stuff. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Real cool.
And the second episode is out, which I haven't watched yet. But I'm definitely going to pay attention to that. And what I really want to talk about is, another thing that I want to talk about is Bryce Dallas Howard, when she came in and she directed. And when she did the scenes, she did the episodes where they were outside in the village and stuff. In the woods, in the woods. And Favreau was like, listen, we're going to give the most difficult 2 episodes to the rookie, because the rookie doesn't know how hard it is, right?
Right.
Like, we're just going to give it to the rookie. She won't know how hard it is, but she'll figure it out. And she came in and she absolutely crushed it. And she was a huge Star Wars fan growing up. And she talked about how when she was a young girl, her father was in movies and directing, and they went to Japan and they met George Lucas there, and Akira Kurosawa was there, and who George was a fan of, and he took a lot of his stuff from with the samurais. And she was like, she would just be a little girl falling asleep listening to these stories, and that would just probably be ingrained in your brain. Here you are listening to the legends just talk while you're asleep, and it's just awesome. So
very cool. Let's go back to the chat. Let's go back to the chat. We got some new people on here. Lords of Longbox, Tim is on here. We got Knights and Ren. I think we already had Thomas Caps.
Nice, good to see you, Tom.
Chad Crow says, great show. Thank you very much, Chad. Got a lot of great conversation going. Keep it coming, guys.
Yeah, right.
I think one of the sorry, Adam.
I want to turn it over to you guys, because those were the 2 things that I really liked about it.
I think one of the biggest things that I took away, just again for that 30-minute, kind of behind the scenes, it's how you looked at all 6 of them, and none of them were essentially the same. Like, they came from different parts of the universe, all to come together to really put this show together, where, maybe one was focused in on, sci-fi or comics, and, one was more tailored to acting and theater, and, having those different distinctions, excuse me. Again, I think that's awesome when you can really pull everything together, and I guess it shows in the show. I haven't gotten a chance to watch it yet, but I'll tell you one thing, that show is going to make me go watch the series now. So
you haven't watched The Mandalorian yet?
I have not.
Ouch.
You're going to take my geek card away right now.
Yeah, right. You might get pulled. You might have to be put in time out. Raj, what did you think?
I think it was pretty cool that she's. I mean, she's a new the woman you talked about that film that directed the 2 episodes outside.
Yeah,
she was in Jurassic Park, right? She was the actress, and I think that she's new to this. So for them to throw it in here, he basically made the comment that she's here to relate to the actors.
Yep,
because she's really the only one who's done. That's been in like the main character in a movie or whatever.
Right.
So they showed the scenes of her looking at the actor, and this is what you're feeling right now, and this is what and it was really kind of like, I think it's why she was able to pull off those episodes that were the hardest ones to do, because she was able to relate better to the actors and actresses and tell them exactly how she envisioned them feeling or playing that role.
Right.
Yeah.
And I thought what was really neat is when you saw like Mando in the ship, and they were like, look to the left, look to the right. And then you hear Filoni go, did you see that laser beam cross his mask? And he was like, those are the little things that we get excited about, and just the real geek stuff. That was neat.
That's awesome.
They talked about, which I thought was really cool, about one of the opening scenes where he's walking into town and they've got all the stormtrooper helmets on the sticks.
That was cool.
And yeah. How that related back to like scenes from like Apocalypse Now, or, movies like that you can relate to. Jake Perez has a question. We've been talking about this for a while, Jake.
Yeah.
Yep. If Ahsoka hits, it's going to be big. It's going to be real big. And we know some people have been buying up that Ahsoka book if you can find it. Not me, but I know people.
He's got all of them.
You got all the hype going. That I'm literally binge watching Clone Wars, which I had never watched before. So in like 4 days, I'm done with 2 seasons of Clone Wars.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I'm just flying through them so I can catch up and then watch Rebels.
Yep.
Because all that stuff leads into, from what I'm hearing, a new season of The Mandalorian.
That's right. You're right. The Sabine stuff, the Ren stuff, the Knights. Yeah. It's just the way it wraps up is really good. And that's why I see, okay, so now I'm going to bring this back to Kathleen Kennedy. That's why I think Kathleen Kennedy is going to be out. She dropped the ball on Obi-Wan. You know, she had Ewan McGregor come out last year talking about Obi-Wan. We haven't heard anything. She dropped the ball on Solo. Let's face it. Solo was a good, in my opinion, this is my opinion only, I thoroughly enjoyed Solo, but she screwed up because she had it. Star Wars, the way it's been going, should be Christmas films, right? We have Christmas break. We have those times. She released it at the wrong time. It didn't get the hype that it needed. And it kind of, you know, people put it on the lower level. But to me, I loved Solo, to be honest with you guys. I'm digging Star Wars. It doesn't always have to be about the Force and lightsabers. She dropped the ball on that. If Filoni can take The Mandalorian, if he can take the Clone Wars, and he can take Rebels, and he can do live action with that, sky's the limit. And we know that Taika Waititi is going to do the next live film. If those guys can stick together, it's going to be fantastic. I'm sorry, Kathleen, get another job somewhere else. Just my 2 cents. You know,
Sony's looking.
Yeah, right. Sony's looking.
That's too funny.
Yeah. Yeah, so just my opinions on that, and we'll have to see which way it goes. But you know what, guys, I wanted to start with something positive, and Star Wars has been great. What's that right there? Your shirt?
Got it from the green. Oh, look at that! Shout out to my wife who personally delivered this.
Wow, check that out.
It's soaking wet because it's raining.
Make sure you go off camera to change.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Nobody wants to see that.
No.
Yeah. So
see the guns.
That's right. That's right.
I can't believe you got it already. That's hysterical.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's what Dave said. He was like, I shipped to UPS, so they should be getting it, you know? So
thanks,
I know
Dave. I appreciate it, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So the next thing we want to talk about is I got a mystery box.
Hey.
Yeah, I got a mystery box. And I'm pretty excited about this because this was referred to me by somebody I trust near and dear, and it's from Boxed Heroes. And that's the logo that you'll see. And when I was doing some investigating about it, I found out that they had some really, really cool prizes. Yeah. Dave, do you have that vid of the prizes right there?
I do. Here we go.
Let's pull that up right there. So this is the month's prizes. You have 2 1-in-100s. You have some 1-in-75s. You have 2 1-in-50s, and you have 2 1-in-25s. So that equates to the number that's in the boxes. Now, I'm not saying anything about other boxes, you guys. We've all spent our money. This was a $30 price point, which is something that I could afford. You know, Torpedo at $100 a pop. You know, if it's not every month that I could do it, especially now because I'm not working part-time or whatever. But I've seen other boxes, and I haven't really liked what I've seen in other boxes. And my Torpedo box, I bought one. I'm going to buy another one. But it had a lot of variants, and I know, you know, our partner in crime, Nemesis Prime, the variant whore. If you're digging a variants, that's cool. But I forgot who posted something on Instagram, and I saw a lot of Bronze Age books in this, and I said, you know what? Let me give it a shot. So we're on board. This is Boxed Heroes. They're new to Instagram, but you can find them on Facebook also. So
we doing a live unboxing here?
We're gonna do a live unboxing. I'm gonna show you what I got there. I can't wait to see what's in here, you know? I can't wait. So
Auto Solo. Here we go. Boom.
All right. So there's your logos, you know, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Nice looking box, good logo, and we're gonna get started. Okay. Nice. Before we get started though, I did do some research on how they do it. So the box was $30. They do have a subscription, and if you go into the subscription process, you will get an extra book, and it will be a noticeable extra book, and it will be highlighted that this is your extra book for being a subscriber. Yes. And they want to, I don't know, they want to show you good mystery boxes is what I'm seeing, was what I'm hearing. So let's see what we got. Awesome. All right. So nice card stock right here.
Look at this little tidbit while you're opening there, Otto. Breaking news from Knights of Ren. Look at that. Very cool. Very cool.
Very cool. Right there. It's going to be big. I'm telling you. So,
nice.
All right. So we're going to get into this. It's packed very well. We got some nice Mylars. All right. So I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books. Okay. So for 6 books, the first book I got, we'll flip it over. I'll show you guys right away.
Oh,
all right. There we go. Not bad.
Very
All
nice.
Right. A book that I actually don't own.
Really?
I don't own this book at all.
I got 4 of them. You should have told me how to get
Oh, right, there you go. All right, there we
That
go.
looks clean, man. That looks real clean.
Love it, love it. Let me take a look at this. Oh, the spine looks good. Look at that. Look at the Spider-Man. I never noticed that. Oh, man.
Yeah. What's up, Thorough? Thanks for joining, man.
Yeah, Thorough's in the house. Good. All right, so that's the first book.
Good start. Good start.
Next book, you guys tell me.
Batman Punisher. Nice.
Batman Punisher, okay.
Local DC crossover.
Yeah, O'Neill Kitson. Cool. That's a cool book. I've never seen that. Is that Azrael right there? Is that how they're doing it?
I think so.
All right, another book I've never owned. Absolutely pristine looking. Wow,
is that a square bound book?
It is a square bound book. Yeah,
cool. Real cool.
Absolutely. So nice
2 for
book.
2?
Yeah, 2 for 2. I love it, Daniel. All right. Next book. Whoa! All right, I'll take it. Punisher Warzone. Love it. A book that I haven't had in a while, but a nice book. And I forgot, is this
red cover?
This is not Ramita right here. This is Ramita. I'd love to get this signed. Classic cover right there. So
that's cool.
Cool book. All right, next book.
Batwoman.
Batwoman 52. Yeah, I've never seen this one.
It's a variant, isn't it?
I don't know, Dave. What do you know about that?
I don't think that's a variant. I think that's just a straight up number 1.
Okay, really? But cool. It's still number 1. So I've gotten 1, 2, 3, 4 number 1s if I'm reading this right. All right.
Not bad.
The next book.
Hey, oh yeah,
there you go.
Amazing Spider-Man 346.
Yep.
Very nice. That's some Eric Larson goodness, I think.
Yeah, that's some Eric Larson on Spidey. There we go.
Love it.
All right. So the last book that I got.
Oh, Silver Surfer. Oh, look at that. Very nice.
All right. Look at that.
That's dope. Good box.
That is a good box right there. Yeah. So, and I'll tell you, man, these books are pristine, man. This
Very
is
nice.
So, and I do want to say, I don't own any of these books. I'll be honest with you.
Mylar doesn't hurt.
Mylar doesn't hurt either. So,
shout out Boxed Heroes, man. That's awesome.
So Boxed Heroes comes through with a great book. Anniversary issue, like Bernie says. So, all right, Silver Surfer. This is a shiny book, though, right?
That was a great box. The Butcher, the 90s called. They want their box.
Shout out to Boxed Heroes.
Yeah.
Might be checking them out myself.
All right. Shout out to Boxers. So we got that book right there.
Nice.
Just a review. Cool Spidey, Eric Larson.
Oh, I'm so glad I just bought 100 Mylars. They look beautiful in there, don't they?
They look really good. Look good. Batwoman number 1. All right.
I got to re-up.
Punisher Warzone number 1. Woohoo.
Very nice.
The Butcher likes that one.
Yeah. Batman Punisher. Look at that. Punisher Heavy. And a Venom Lethal Protector number 1, man.
Nice.
That's
loving
that, right? Send that right to Rocket.
No, man, this is going to go for some signatures. So
send that right in.
I don't know. So if I could talk, maybe my 3 Men in the Basement brothers, maybe Justin will be the next one to pick one up. But who knows, man? For $30, I think it's a good deal. And
especially some of the boxes we've been seeing on YouTube.
Very nice.
Have you guys been seeing some junk?
Yeah, some real junk. We watched Gary's last night. I gotta tell you, you get one slab for $100, and it's like a $10 book, and it wasn't even a 9.8. I mean, the least you can do is make sure it's a 9.8. It was pretty bad.
That was tough. That was real tough.
Yeah. Sorry, Gary.
You know, I mean, you live and you learn. You play the game. But
if you guys go check out Gary's channel, Gary. He's got some cool content. He does a lot of mystery boxes since he's unable to go out and buy collections like he normally does and kind of show, but he's got a lot of good stuff going on.
This guy right here, you guys know
this
very guy right here.
Got a lot of good content this week for sure.
I think he did the interview with his wife, and I think his wife did better on DC than Marvel.
9 for 10, I think it was.
I haven't been able to watch it yet. No spoiler alerts.
Awesome.
Right now, I think the only people we got new on the chat is Keep It Thorough. Thanks for joining us, brother. I'm actually about to show a bunch of books that I got from you. So,
yeah,
Gary's on. Yeah, Gary, sorry about that. Terrible. Never again. Gary's not having very good luck with these. He hit right off the bat, didn't he?
He hit right off the bat. It's like the first time gambling. He had the
right? He had the Polaroid in the first
one's free, baby.
That's it.
A little taste.
So you get a little taste. The first one's free, and that's it. Now you got the lick. So
that's funny.
All right. So before we transition over to our mail calls, which we got a lot of them, man, it's pretty good. We're going to do a little bit. We're going to show you about our coasters, right? We got some nice coasters that we're selling.
Let's take a 30-second break.
30 seconds.
Boom.
Oh, that's it. We all got our coasters. Everybody's got their coasters in their life, right? Absolutely. There you go. You got to have one. If your bar has one, you have to have one of those. So, funny story about this. I hope she's not listening, but I was like, when I was going to post this on Facebook, I go, we got so many mail calls we don't want to tell the wives about. But then I'm like, wait a minute. My wife follows me on Facebook. I can't put this up there. So, but we've got a lot of stuff coming in. It's been crazy.
Yeah, it's hard to hide too. Like every time I come home, there's a couple packages for me, and she just shakes her head.
Right? Do you get the stink eye, Raj?
Oh, so bad, so bad. I'm like, honey, all those books have like one $5 book in them. They're from my office at work.
One $5 book.
I just quantify it by saying, well, I sold something first. So
yes, right.
Money out of pocket. She goes, yeah, okay, sure.
Yeah.
She just watches the piles grow.
Exactly.
In the live chat right now, I know we got a lot of buyers. Who's buying? Guys, comment. How many mail calls have you gotten in the past week or the past 2 weeks? Just comment so we can see some numbers so we'll get an idea.
And the thing is, it's less about being stuck in your house and more about not having sports to watch.
Yep.
I have nothing.
Yes.
Right.
Yep. I know.
So
I'm buying the UFC fight tomorrow night just out of sheer because I need to. I need to see something. Something.
Yes, Gary, we got to talk about that 251.
Yeah. So look at that. So Jay says he's got about 20 mail calls.
Nice.
Ben's got 6 mail calls. It's just Lordly 4.
6. I bought more books in the last 4 weeks than I did the previous 12 months.
That's amazing.
I mean, my God, and then more importantly, let's face it, there's nothing on network TV because there's no sports. We could theoretically be on auction. Speaking of auctions, there's a long box right now. But
every night there's an auction on YouTube.
I'll tell you what. Last night we were talking about this in our chat. I jumped back into the Silver Surfer cartoon from 1999.
Yes.
Well, let me tell you how good this thing is. I mean,
okay, talk to me.
The animation is cheesy because it's
of course
animation, but I mean, we're talking about awesome appearances. I mean, of course, Surfer, Galactus. You have Nova, the one for the Herald. I forget her name. But you're going to get Adam Warlock. There's Drax the Destroyer in there. I mean, it's such a good show. I completely forgot about it. And again, me being bored scrolling through Disney Plus, I was like, all right, let me jump into this. So
all right,
I never watched it.
Oh, dude, you'll love it. You will love it.
What's up, Drew? Peaky Swag Shop. Yeah, I mean, you should say 1999. Is that what it was?
Yeah, 98 or 99.
I mean, I was just buying a house, so I wasn't watching a lot of cartoons.
I have to check it, but that's on Disney, right?
Yeah, Disney Plus.
I'm definitely gonna check that out.
I won't tell you what I was.
I still have 10 seasons of Clone Wars to watch, for crying out loud.
Yeah, Matt Forger's got something coming up next Saturday live. All right, Matt Forger's got something coming up.
Yeah, he says it's got 15 new Silver Age books. He hasn't opened yet, so
love it. God. Hold on to it, baby. You got to keep them tight. Roger and I are going to get some books off, some moderns. Justin's got some moderns. We're trying to get the moderns because Dave, didn't you say that anything other than moderns is taking like a lifetime?
2.5 weeks ago when I submitted my modern invoice, I have 10 books there right now.
Yep.
Anything pre-75 was 100 business days.
Oh, Christ.
So, brutal. I mean, Fast Track was like 50, 60 days. It's just like, what are you going to do? I mean, you got to wait. I mean, you're not going to just send them and have them sit.
It's not going to get any better with all these private signings that are happening.
That's what I said too.
Oh, that's a good point. So you guys are smart. You're right. So we get them in before the private signings, right? Yeah. So is that what I'm hearing? Get them in before the private signings.
Yeah, do the moderns now if you want them, because I don't know if Gary's still on. How long did it take you to get those Golden Age books back? Gary. If you're out there, give us a. I know he's. Did he get him back yet, or he's getting him back? I don't think he did a video on it yet.
No, I don't know if he fast tracked those.
I don't know.
I mean, he'll chime in, but
yeah, he'll chime in. But I just want to reference what Man from Beans out. Ben, the minute I get the word that I can get an establishment or I can get somebody to let me use their venue, I will absolutely have a swap, because I'm so nervous that Terrificon might not happen, Plastic City might not happen. They're just falling with the social distancing. The minute I can get a spot and I get people that will show up, I will absolutely have a swap, because I'm burning to get together with the comic community. So
yeah, everybody is.
Yeah. All right, Raj, what do you got, buddy? Let's get started with you.
All right, let's get started. I'm going to start off first with, these are not all from the same buy. I did purchase these probably 3 different auctions, probably Thorough's auction, one of the other guys, and then NY Warriors. But all these books came from Thorough. And I'll tell you, if you've never bought from the guy, if he tells you a book is in particular shape, it's spot on. I have had nothing but good luck buying books from Thorough. They come a week after you pay for it, and it's been good so far. So first one I have here is it's a reprint of Amazing Spider-Man #1. It's a mini comic that they gave out as
really?
Oh, very cool.
Dude, I'm digging those.
Very cool.
So cool. I saw this. It was with the next book I'm going to show. I'm like, look at that Kirby and Ditko greatness. Stanley.
You bid on that, and I was like, "Damn it! I wanted to jump in. But I'm not going to bid against the 3MIB."
Yeah. Oh, really? Is that what that book? Is that what you guys were talking about in the chat?
Well,
I didn't get that.
This was with this one, this Avenging Spider-Man.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead, Raj. Tell him what that is.
It's a 1 in 200 Joe Crusader variant.
His first high ratio variant.
Yeah.
Welcome. I bequeath you into the fraternity.
That's right. Up, I'm like, I've never had a variant, 1 in 200, so I'm going for it. And then he showed the little one too, and I was hooked. So both of those came. This one also came from Thorough on a separate night.
Oh,
this is a second print.
Look at this guy.
Second print,
and that's why I bought it. I have the first print in a 9.6. I don't know if this will be a 9.6. I mean, I probably won't get it graded, but I thought it was cool. Like he said, it looks exactly the same. It's not until you open it up that it says that it's a second print.
I'd probably get that graded just because. That's cool.
Yeah, for sure. I get that mini comic book graded. I'll be honest with you.
Amazing Spider-Man Spider-Verse. I bought this because
nice.
I mean, Peter Porker. Come on,
that's it.
This is a 1 in 10 variant.
Very nice.
I don't know who the artist is. What's funny is we joked around last weekend when I bought stuff from the Lords of Long Box auction from Justin.
Did?
From Justin,
where'd you buy it, Justin?
Justin and you, and both of you had one book that I wanted. So when you gave me all the books that were part of it, it was like a mystery box because I didn't remember what the hell I bought other than the one book that I wanted in that lot. So I'm pretty sure Thorough threw a couple of these in for free because I don't remember bidding on this. Nice. Infinity Wars Prime variant.
That's a Greg Hildebrand cover.
Yeah, Hildebrand cover. Yeah, correct.
That's tough to find, my man.
HTF. Batman, Our Worlds at War. Like I said, I'm pretty sure he threw these in.
Nice.
That's
nice. He's pretty good at that. Every time I buy something from Thorough, he throws a bunch of stuff in. And this is a 100-page Batman, the Cape Crusader.
100 page.
I like that.
That's cool.
Yeah, this is a Target exclusive.
Oh, see, okay.
VHTF.
Yeah.
HTF.
There's not a lot of them on eBay, and they all do say very hard to find.
Just so you know.
Yeah. All right. So these next ones we'll go through quick because Unknown Comics has a bunch of sales. So I bought all these variants.
Get in there.
All these blanks. So I got New Mutants, Deceased, Unkillables, X-Men, Amazing Fantasy, Suicide Squad. This is the Batman. You're not gonna be able to. Can you see the silhouette of it? That's that is Tyler Kirkham. Is that who did?
All right. Are you gonna get sketches, Roger? Are you gonna go and get sketches?
New Mutants. All these variants. They were buy 3 get 3 free. and on the website they had a sale, buy 3 get 3 free. So I bought all blanks, and then the book came and they threw this one in for free. It said there was a little sticker that said enjoy a free comic on us. ASM1. This is an Adam Hughes cover.
Yeah, it's the convention exclusive, I think it is.
Yeah, San Diego,
really?
Right?
Nice. Very
Those are great. I would love that New Mutants. Hint. That have like Bob McCloud do something on it. That would be really cool.
You should have bought one.
Yeah, I really should have, jerk.
All right, these next books I bought from the Big To Do. Yeah, thorough, definitely, dude. I'm very happy with everything I bought from you. You're spot on. You good luck with your upcoming baby and everything. I know life is hectic with this coronavirus, so good luck to you and Mama and the little monster that keeps you busy. Wait a minute,
Raj, was this the torpedo auction that you were sitting across from me while we were social distancing in the backyard?
No, this is the Big To Do. No, this one was the week before.
Okay, gotcha. Okay,
because by the time he got everything on there, so Spider-Man 1. This is one of the ones that he had. You could tack on for $5 or whatever.
There you go.
Okay, and then we have the Flash 136, 137, and 138. So it's the human race storyline. There's 3 of them.
Love it.
Very cool.
And then Flash number 3. This is first appearance of Hunter Solomon, who becomes Zoom.
Hey, there you go.
Love it. Love Zoom.
Yeah. And then I don't have to tell anybody who watched the Lords of the Long Box about this one.
Hey. I just upgraded mine.
I don't know that book, you guys.
You don't?
It's
almost as beautiful as that Venom Lethal Protector. The corners are sharp. I may put it out with your Lethal Protector.
Nice. You know, I might get that. You know what? Right.
And then X-Men, Uncanny X-Men 133.
Love it.
Was all
very nice.
Same lot. Beautiful. Classic. Wolverine, classic, Byrne, Claremont stuff going on.
You needed that book too.
I did need that book.
Very nice.
Left that out. One of the other
All right, Raj, before you get started, though, because all that came from the Big To Do, I just added this up, Dave. I'm going to throw this up here. You guys, this is the Big To Do. I think they're doing one this. Forget about the date. I think they're doing another one this Saturday.
Yep.
TiVo's going to be hosting it, but that's what you want to do. Comics, tunes, and toys. Out of California, follow the Big To Do. He's one of the best guys out there. He's always giving us good deals.
And if you didn't see him on our show, it's probably one of the best shows we had. His stories. I mean, the stories he had about buying books when he first bought the shop and how nervous he was, and then he was pulling out giant size X-Men like crazy, and he's taking a chance with his life savings and ended up working out, and he's just got some fantastic stories.
Yeah. I do want to interrupt. He was talking about how he pulled out 4 of those Adam Hughes Supergirl books. Dave, which was she sitting on the asteroid?
Oh my god, that book is massive.
And what is that? That's like that's just Adam Hughes, right?
It's just the cover art. It's a low print run. I don't think it's a ratio.
Okay,
it's just
very hard to find.
Very hard to find.
Like, and he pulls out 4 of them.
Four of them, and they were like in the middle of some other. It was like he went in like the middle of Archie or something. Pulled out 4 giant size X-Men, like like. All right, so these came from last week's Lords of the Long Box auction, and for granted, I only picked 4 or 5 lots from the last week. I have some that I'm not even showing in the other room.
Aaron knows the deal.
Yep.
So this is from Otto at the Lords of the Long Box. I bought these from Everett. Spectacular Spider-Man #1.
Nice.
Yep. Joe Kubert, Doc Ock variant. Pretty cool.
Very cool. I got one of those.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Thanks, Torpedo.
Gotta make some room here. All right. Next one. I'm pretty sure he threw these in for nothing. Another one.
Nice.
Yeah.
First
Amazing Spider-Man 78, 98, 799. First Red Goblin.
Very nice. Very nice.
Alex Ross.
Beautiful stuff. Thanks, Everett.
You're a good guy.
Yeah, I'm all right. Yeah. X-Men 137.
Hey.
Death of Phoenix.
Cool book.
Some good X-Men books here. 135.
Love it.
Iconic cover. Very cool.
That's so iconic. Dark Phoenix right there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Right.
Knights of Red.
Nice.
134.
Another
This is
one.
the first Dark Phoenix.
Yep, that's right.
Hellfire
Rod,
Club
man.
Hellfire Club turns her into the Dark Phoenix.
That's awesome. Are you sending those out, Raj? Those look good.
I'm not sure. I don't know. I mean, they're not in the greatest shape. It's just I really wanted them in my collection.
Mm.
I don't know about the seller though. This is the only Mylar he gave me. 127.
There you go.
Little Proteus love. And like I said, I don't remember what he gave me for free because I really was bidding on the auction for this one book. And then I spent 129.
There you go.
First Kitty Pryde, first Emma Frost, and that whole Phoenix saga begins.
There it is.
Right.
This one made it's very clean. Corners are sharp. There's only a couple color breaks, so he did all right.
He's an all right guy,
He's an all right guy. I mean, for the guy,
I didn't realize
that he is.
You picked up that 133 in between, right?
Yeah, and I got that 133 in between.
So you need the 130, which is first Dazzler, and then the other, and then 131, which is the
I have the first Dazzler in my box, my long box. Yeah, I may have the other one. So.
Oh, you never know.
So this last,
look at this guy.
This no sports is freaking killing me. So this,
the X-Men first place.
Yeah, that's right. They're not last. So this last lot I bought from Justin Nemesis Pride. He
that's funny.
He couldn't be on here tonight, but there's some cool books in there. And like I said, I think these first couple were throw-ins. I don't remember what I was only bidding on the one book. So this is Uncanny X-Men 500, a little Alex Ross love.
Very nice. Can't go wrong with Alex Ross ever.
This is pretty cool. Venom Incorporated.
That's mean looking.
It's a Delato Unknown Comics variant.
Very nice. Very nice.
Those were thrown in. To get through this, and this would be cool. I can read this over and over again. Dollar Comics.
Hey, boom! Look at that.
It's a little sight into what the hell I actually was buying the lot for. This is New Teen Titans #1.
Very nice. George Perez goodness right there.
Yeah, George Perez, baby. I may send that to him.
They actually made a statue off that cover.
New Teen Titans 21.
Love it. Love it.
He threw that in. New Teen Titans Annual.
Oh, I love that. First Vigilante.
The Vigilante, yeah.
Wow, look at this. K. Titus. Hello, guys from Japan.
Right. Thank you very much.
Wow, thanks, Titus.
So here's one thing I didn't understand. When he showed this one, everybody went, "Oh, I want that." And it's the same name, but it's just #1 again. The new I don't know enough about the New Teen Titans #1.
Yeah.
The only thing I could see is it's like it was like Perez and Wolfman got back together to do this.
Yeah, it's
book.
like the band got back together.
Yeah. So they started over at 1, and it was still the New Teen Titans, but it's in the #1.
And you've got Robin as night. He's already Nightwing, and there's a little bit older like that, but it's a good run. It's fun.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Oh, Matt, that's not right, Matt.
Oh, geez.
Thanks, Matt. Appreciate that, brother. I'll send them to you. I'll take your entire. So I know that this was a throw-in because we talked about it.
Oh, look at this guy.
Hot.
That's a hot book.
Is it first appearance? Who knows? CGC doesn't even know. Or is it Swamp Thing? Who knows?
Send it in. It's a modern.
49 to 50, yeah.
What are your thoughts on that first appearance?
I mean, I have no idea. I mean, who decides that, you know?
Yeah.
All the characters are in Swamp Thing, but they don't come together until this book. So
yeah. Well,
and the real reason I bought this entire lot.
Oh, boom.
New Teen Titans.
9-2.
First appearance of Deathstroke.
9-2 old case. Hello.
9-2 old case. Yeah, Justin, when he says it's never been clean and pressed, I believe it. So I believe the plan is to send this to Rocket and have them have it signed by Perez.
Man.
Right.
I'll have them clean and press it, send it to CGC, and have them have George Perez sign it.
Raj, bringing the heat tonight, folks. Bringing the heat.
Yeah, I could have went on for an hour and a half with just books I picked up in the last 4 weeks. But
I got 2 words for you, buddy. Spending free.
Oh my god!
Oh boy!
Get the money government, and then May has 5 weeks in it. You know, like
right.
You can't help spend money when it's sitting in your bank account.
Love it.
I love it.
That's all I got. Thanks.
Awesome. Hey, why don't we turn it over to you, man? I know you've got some stuff.
My God, I gotta follow that. Jesus.
That's tough one. That's why we let him go first, because we don't look as sick as he does now.
All right. Well, hey guys, I do not have all too much fire. I got some things here and there, but a lot of these are eBay buys. Actually, all of them are eBay buys. But Spidey completionist, you guys know that. So up first, Amazing Spider-Man 509. This is actually the director's cut, so this is pretty cool. Not HTF, nice. But you know, you're not gonna find it in a in a random long box. So, what's this one? We got Amazing Spider-Man 525. This is actually the second print.
Oh, I love that.
It's pretty cool.
Nice.
I think I have that first one signed from back in the day. I forgot who did that cover, but.
I think this is Diodato, I think. Diodato Jr. Yep.
Okay, I got to find out which one I have, but I don't have Diodato sign it. No.
And then I have Amazing Spider-Man 633. This is the heroic age variant.
Oh, that is sweet.
This one's pretty tough to find in a in a decent grade. So good stuff. And then real quick, Roger, that one blank that you had, that Tyler Kirkham did, you want to see what they can do from a sketch perspective? Boo. Ben Harvey did this.
That is beautiful, right, and that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping to get something really cool like that, because I bought, when the original set came out, I bought all of them except for the blank. I don't know why I didn't buy the blank.
Well, it's funny because there's a couple of these blanks. So there's this one. This one's actually the Virgin blank, but there's one up here where I think it either has the Batman heading or there's something written up here. Who knows? There's a couple of them, but just to get an idea of what you can do with that. So,
Roger, I know the answer to that. The answer to that is because Justin wasn't poisoning our brains with sketches and things like that. Like, oh, you got to do this, you got to do that. Like,
yeah, because he had a freaking long box of blank variants, for crying out loud.
Yeah, I'm starting to build one out too. It's terrible. And then for me, I'm Frank Miller private signing coming up.
Yeah, what do you got?
I have this in the hardcover, and believe me, I would actually rather send the hardcover, but obviously they're not going to grade that. So rather than me go out and get the number 1, I went out and got the full set. So 300, 1, nice. 2, 3, 4, and 5. I love this comic. I love the movie even more. So
which came out first, Dave?
The comic, I think. Yeah, the comic.
I've seen that movie. Phenomenal.
Oh, it's so good. So the number 1 was definitely getting sent off. So
the number 1 is, you're not going to send them all?
Nah, I can do number 1 at $130 a clip. I'm good.
Yeah, I just want to piggyback on that. I haven't found quite the book that I want to have Frank Miller sign. I was thinking about Death of Elektra, but then I was going to think about some of my favorite books or the first appearance. But also, I like the one with Daredevil and the gun. The yellow cover. I was thinking about that one, but then there was also the one with Wolverine on the cover. I forgot what one that is. And Frank Miller didn't draw Wolverine that often, so that was really why I might get that. But I'm definitely going to send something because I don't have a Frank Miller sig. Daredevil 158. Yeah.
Same here. That's actually what I'm doing. I honestly have. I was going to send 2. I was going to do the Sin City preview, and then I was going to do the 300 number 1. But I mean, they're just going to sit in a long box. It's not like I'm going to display it, but it's like for $260. I'm like, I could spend that somewhere else.
Is that what he's charging for a signature?
$130 all inclusive per book. So
graded slab.
Yeah, and it's 3-week turnaround time, which is nice, but again, it's $130.
I have the Wolverine number 1. Maybe I'll.
So I got 2 books left. So these are the ones that I really like. So this one is actually an Amazing Spider-Man number 1 or an Amazing Spider-Man 442, however you want to say it.
Right.
This is actually the Authentics version of it.
Very nice, dude.
This one's pretty hard to find.
I've never even seen that.
Yeah, so you got
a lot of books I've never seen.
They only made 6,500 of these.
Wow.
So whenever we do finally get cons back, I'm having Mark Bagley do a Venom right in that box.
Nice.
In pencils, though. Just pencils.
Right.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, so I'm excited. This one's pretty dope. And then best for last. So this is an upgrade for me. Amazing Spider-Man 238, your first appearance of the Hobby.
Oh, nice.
Newsstand
In
a 9.4.
Is that harder to find, newsstand?
Yeah.
I mean,
well, the grade is because
Yeah.
it would be rifled through.
Yeah,
I didn't mean to interrupt, Dave.
Yep. But yeah, good stuff. I actually had a 7.5, so pretty significant upgrade. So
Huge upgrade.
I got a couple of those raw. I never even thought about grading them.
You have a couple of those raw?
Check if they have the tattoos in them. Because that's
were they loose in the book, or were they like attached to the book?
They're right in the middle of it.
Yeah.
There's like an insert. There's like a little flap in like it's like the second or third page, and then as you go deeper into the book, the flaps out a little bit more, and the tattoos are behind it.
Well, I'll have to check them out. This week I got 5 short boxes and some Mylars and stuff coming.
Nice.
Next weekend's going to be a full 24, 48 hours of organizing books. Right now they're stacked so high they're almost hitting the ceiling.
I love it.
Emily's loving that, right?
Oh my gosh, she's so mad at me.
All right. So
she actually asked me when I was on the Lord's thing, and I bought Everett's lot.
Oh yeah, this is a good one. This is a good story.
She walks into the room, and I have it out loud because at the same time I was watching Thorough and those guys on the other channel on my phone. And as she walks in, she hears a Roger Levesque for 170 win for Roger Levesque. And she looks at me, she goes, "Should I be worried about mortgage?"
Yes, you should.
Yeah, right.
We got a couple of new people joining us on chat here. K Titus. Of course, everybody else is still with us. BTC Moon Guy.
Nice. Thank you very much.
Thanks for joining us, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Everybody we got on here. What do we got? We got about 30 people, 31 people watching us. If you haven't give us a thumbs up yet, please give us a thumbs up.
Yes, sir.
Follow
yes,
us.
sir.
If you don't follow us, why would you be on?
Believe it or not, a lot of you know what? I was looking at analytics, and a lot of people that watch our show don't follow us. So, guys, you got to follow us.
You got to subscribe. Just like
Tom
long time friend of the show, Time King said, don't just watch, fucking subscribe.
That's right.
Straight from Terrificon in the lobby.
Hold on, I just got a request from Dave Levesque to reveal. So,
all right, let's see.
Oh, bang!
Straight unbagging.
Yeah, straight unbagging. Look at that.
I like that. Straight from the printer to you.
We got black, and then we got white.
Oh, good stuff, man. Yours is a plastic bag and everything. Look at that.
Super official. Thank you,
Dave Levesque sure is a nice guy.
Love it.
Too bad his brother's an asshole, but no.
That's real mature. Real mature.
Brutal.
All right. So
at least I never got your name wrong.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You're right. Absolutely right about that.
I'll be Ryan all day, apparently.
Yeah, exactly. I called him. You don't want to talk about that because
no, you don't want to talk about it because you don't like when you screw up.
I screw up exactly.
All right, what do you got, buddy?
All right, I got some books. I have no idea what see. Usually, I have Roger to the right of me, like Han Solo has Chewbacca, but because of this COVID, I don't. So I opened up some books. I don't know what this is, so we'll find out what it is together. As we go round and round.
Don't cut yourself.
No, I opened it all up already. All right, so here we have. Is this what I? Okay. So this is now my second copy of this. Thanks to you, Dave. Thanks to you, Shortbox Bernie. I now have 2 copies because why? Because 2 copies are better than 1 when you get it cracked and go for the 9.8. So,
son, 1 of 100. Remita goodness.
Yeah, that is beautiful, bro.
It's better than mine. I know that I already cracked and sent out already.
Yeah, when Shortbox Bernie dropped this at my house, my jaw almost dropped because I'm a huge Sinister 6 fan, and this is like the Sinister 8, and I've never seen it, and it's Romita. And
Dave Levesque wants to know which brother.
You got a lot of them.
That's right. We got 4 of them.
So I went and bought this. and I went and bought the raw one, and then I was like, you know what? My new kick is buying 9.6s and see if I can get them up to a price 8 because I am a gambler. So I do have this, but man, I'll tell you, this is a pretty looking book right here.
Totally.
That is
I'll be
very
honest
nice.
with you guys, I think I lowballed the guy. I got this for under 100. So yeah, I got this up. So you just picked up one of those raw. Smart, Dave. There you go. Okay.
Well
so
done.
Shortbox Bernie, Dave in a Cave. I blame you for the $100 that I could have spent on groceries for this, but thank you. This is worth a lot more than groceries right now. Okay. All right.
Listen, it'll be worth it in the long run, I guess.
Absolutely. Okay. All right. So,
I'm with you. I just bought one off of eBay. I lowballed the guy. It's a Greg Land variant. Amazing Spider-Man. I can't wait to get that. Oh,
all right. So I do have something in here from Barry Gary.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
Here.
No, it isn't.
What?
It is.
Did you make the trade?
I did not make the trade.
Oh my god.
Cold
Breezy.
hard cash.
Breezy
Breezy,
Ballistic.
that's a good point. That is a good point. It's not low ball.
Wow. Look at that.
So now I have.
You refused to make the trade, but you made the buy.
I made the buy. I
Ooh.
sold some stuff, which I typically don't do. I'm working on my LOD collection. I now have the first appearance of Brainiac at a 4.5. First appearance of Brainiac. First appearance of the Shrunken City of Kandor. But more importantly, this is an Otto Binder story. I bet you guys didn't know that. So Otto loves Otto. There we go. And now I have that. So I'm working on my LOD, slowly getting it. And when I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. When Gary was pressuring me, when he was really putting the screws to me to do the trade, somebody from my own camp, Shortbox Bernie, was like, dude, you got to do it. And originally, it's to your advantage. I'm like, I can't do it. He goes, Everett, Otto. He goes, and I just couldn't do it. So Very Gary, one of the best sellers on IG, good friend, gave me a great price. Sold tons of stuff on the Lord's auction to get it. So I do have it. It's a 4.5. He was always talking about testing fate to have it bumped up to a 5.0. I don't know if I'm going to do it because I don't know if I want to do it. I love it. It's a great book. It's a great cover. It's iconic. It's purple.
I mean, what's it going to do if you get a half a bump on it? It doesn't do anything because that's your collection, right? I mean,
correct. So, when
financially, it's just going to cost you money.
Right. But more importantly, this book is from 1958, you guys, and it's unreal. A 4.5 with off-white pages. So this is for another topic, but Marvel keys, you got your Silver Age, you got your Bronze, you've got those keys. A lot of people have those, but what you don't see a lot of is the DC keys that I think, you don't see a lot of Mr. Freezes. You don't see a lot of Captain Colds. You don't see a lot of these when you go to cons. And if you do, it's, 1.5, 2.5. So when you get something like this, you can't let it pass you by. And Gary obviously won it from Torpedo. I offered him a great price, and he offered me a great price on it. I couldn't pass it up. So I do have it, but that's how I feel about the DC keys. You're not going to get the 7.5s and the 8.0s and the older DC keys because, like I said, this is from 58. So that's just my opinion on the books. We'll talk about it later, but I do now have first Brainiac. And I think for my LOD collection, I need now is first Scarecrow and Lex Luthor, but we're not going to talk about Lex Luthor. So it's not Pat and I have to come to a resolution about first Lex Luthor. Okay. All right. So we do have a collection.
Hold on.
Breezy wants to know who is currently the top 3 clean and pressers.
Oh, sorry. There it is.
Right. Should we throw a commercial in there?
Yeah, we've got a commercial, but we've got a lot of pressers out there, but the people that we use often is
Rocket Comics.
You got a little video for them, Dave?
I do. Hold on.
All right.
I'll give you the slow jam. Slow it down, folks.
Slow and low, baby. Slow and low. Yeah. All right. So those were my purchases there. I do have 2 more books that I want to show.
Hurt yourself.
What's that?
Don't hurt yourself.
Oh, really, I'm telling you,
You're unbelievable. You're not allowed to play with sharp things.
I really shouldn't be at this point. So I do have I got some stickers. I do have a good story. It's actually a bad story, but I like to find the positives in everything. So we have an LCS, and he's been in business for a long time, and I've gotten lots of great deals from him. So when some things go awry, I have to remember that I've gotten good deals, and he's always been fair. So my number one want list on my number one book on my want list this year was a JLA number 1, and that's right here. And I picked it up.
Oh
right?
man,
yes, but no, I bought it right. But I bought it, and I paid about market value for it with the incentive that I'm going to send it in, get it pressed, and
Give it to me.
to do the work on it. Right. So it had a lot of work done right here because there was a lot of tape on it. But I just want you to know that when we talk about reputable people, Rocket Comics is one of the best, because when I sent this to Rocket Comics, when they looked at it, they immediately called me and they said, Everett, Otto, this book has got resto on it. All right. And I said, well, how much resto? Is it a C1? How bad is it? Because I had another book that had resto on it, and it was my ASM 2 that went from a 4.0 to a 3.0 with resto removal. This book, unfortunately, has resto all the way through. So whoever took this book used some black marker and bled it all the way through the book itself.
When you say all the way through, Everett, you mean through the front cover?
It went through the front cover.
So it's not like they restoed stuff throughout the pages. It was
no. So the
front cover that was so bad it was on the inside.
Yeah. So the front cover does have resto on it, and it's on the black part. And what they advised me was, for the resto removal, in order to do that, to get it off, they would have to essentially cut some of the cover off, right?
Oh,
which
wow.
would kill it. All right. So here I am. I paid a lot of money for this book. What do? I went to my LCS owner. I said, Art, I paid this amount for it. This is what I got for it. What could I do? He immediately said to me, what would you like for it? I said, I'd like store credit for X amount of money. And he said, yes. So he did make good on it. I do now have this book back. And what am I going to do with it? I'm going to hold on to this book for a while, you guys, because it's still JLA 1.
So he gave you what you asked for.
Right. I said,
That's
I think
pretty good.
Yeah. I said, this book now with the resto is worth X amount. He said, do you want cash or store credit? I said, I'll take store credit, please.
Yeah, sure.
And I jumped on it.
You might do something stupid like pay bills if he gives you cash.
Exactly.
There you go.
Right. So now I do have this book. And what am I going to do with this book? I'll tell you what I'm going to do with this book. I'm going to ogle over it. I'm going to read it. I'm going to keep it. When I'm ready to sell it on eBay, or if I choose to sell it, I will say that it does have possible minor restoration, and then I'll buy, another graded copy. But just
at least you have one.
At least I have one. I have it. I can read it, and it's got the Rocket Comics cleaned it up really, really well. So now that I had store credit, I went and bought a book with it.
Oh, here we go.
There we go.
And with all the hype and seeing a book that you don't. Breezy Ballistic, it's really not for sale yet. I don't think I'm going to sell it. I'm going to have to hold on to it. I'm going to work on it.
Shout out to the Comic Forge, the Matt Forge's cousin, for joining us.
Yep.
Hey.
All right. Bernie's blowing up my spot. Bernie already knows what I bought.
Boo. I won't highlight it.
So when I went and looked at this stuff, I needed to clean market, would have to go. Yeah. So I went and I saw this book, and I was like, what? That's a book you don't see often. And I looked around, and it wasn't it. It was, I guess I'm drinking the Kool-Aid when we're talking about the Justice League Dark, and I picked up a First Dead Man.
Nice.
Another DC book to go with my Zatanna that I bought the other night.
Buddy.
So I did pick this up. And you know what? This is a book I don't see often. I've never owned this book. And I read it, and this is a great read, man. This is good stuff. Great character, great background. Oh yeah, Bernie wants his shout outs. He gave me the heads up on it. So yeah, so I did pick this book up. So
I didn't even know he was still open. I thought he had to be closed for this pandemic.
Yeah, well, he's by appointment only. So
Christ, I probably got 30 books waiting.
So I did have to store credit. So not bad for what I spent. I'm happy.
Here's a question, Everett, for you.
Yeah.
So in order to fix that restoration, they have to scrape the marker off, right?
Correct.
So what's worth more money? a restore a book that has marker on it, or
Correct.
one that's been scraped clean?
That's a good point. So let's say it came back a 5.0 purple label, I would probably get about half for it. If they start scraping off the cover and cutting off the cover, it would drop to like a 1.8, 1.5. You know what I mean? Somewhere around there. So
you probably even get a green label with that too, because then it's essentially incomplete. If they're
correct, right?
If they're trimming and if they're cutting, like
It's basically the same.
yeah, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
what it's worth wise. So you're better off keeping it as it is in your personal collection.
yeah, and then I decide what I want to do. You know, at least I know now. And my point is, shout out to Rocket Comics for letting me know. They could have just taken the book, pressed it, and sent it out.
Just taking your money, sent it out, and not said a word.
Right. You want to talk about great customer service? Booyah, there's great customer service. So I'm happy about that. So those are my mail calls. That's what we've got. We're going on almost 55 minutes. We have Lords coming up at 9:30, but I do have one more thing to talk about. And that is, I want to give a shout out to everybody who's been subscribing. We hit 1250 a while ago. I do have some winners that still haven't collected. First prize and second prize still haven't been collected. Everything has been mailed out. Now, this week, I'm going to do our 1,500 subscriber giveaway contest. Okay, so by Friday, you will have a new video where you can hashtag 3MIB. We have 10 prizes. And without the IG comic book community and without friends of the show, we wouldn't have 10 prizes. So I just want to show what we have in no particular order will they be given. I just want to show you what we have, and I will give the shout outs as appropriate. And we're going to do that, but you have to comment in the 1,500 subscriber video in order for that to happen. And I'm going to do that this week. So one of the things we'll be giving away, thanks to a friend of Roger Levesque, friend of the show.
Yeah.
Joker.
Jesus Ortiz. I work with him. He's great. He collects these pops. And when he checked out our show a few weeks ago, our first one, we had Mike the Big To Do on. He absolutely loved it and showed it the next day and said, give this away.
nice.
Yep, absolutely. So that will be one of our giveaways. He also threw this in, which I'm really digging because it's so retro.
It is.
You know what? I hope I win this. Maybe I'll have my son enter because it's the Super Friends version.
So cool. Yeah. Same guy threw that in too.
Yeah. Same guy threw it in, but look at that. Look at that. If that's
So
not my childhood, I don't know what is right there. Okay.
Very nice.
So we got that. So that's going to be something else that we're giving away. I have lots of books from Rocket Comics that we're going to give away. One of them is going to be Big Hero 6.
Nice.
Certificate of authenticity, just so you know, signed by Chris Claremont.
I knew that signature looked familiar.
Look at that, right over there. There you go.
It's gorgeous.
So we've got that. We've got a number 1 issue, Gen 13, signed by your boy.
Yeah, buddy.
Campbell. He killed this cover though, too. This was a great series. I wish this series made it somewhere.
Yeah, I got that one signed by Campbell and Jim Lee.
Oh, did you really?
9-4.
Here we go. All right. Dark Side Jedi in the house.
Yes. Shout out to the Lords coming up on an auction here.
Yeah,
at
make sure you check their auction out after we're done.
TiVo bringing the heat as usual.
Oh boy, we heard something about that. All right, now I've got another Batgirl, number 9, signed by
Beautiful.
Stanley Art Germ right on the back.
Beautiful.
We're gonna be giving that away too.
Love it.
All right. Of course, we've got a nice Scotty Young book.
Oh, cool.
Right here. Yep. Very cool. Little Marvel.
Show that again, Everett.
I love it. It says Little Marvel.
Oh, that is cool. I love Scotty Young.
Yeah, it's Avengers versus X-Men.
Yeah.
Love it. And the fact that he does all those characters, look at all those Scotty Young characters right there. Really cool. Cool book. So you could win that also. We're going to keep going with Secret Wars, number 7.
Oh, nice.
Signed by Bob Layton. And you've got it right there. And guys, all these books are near mint. I mean, they're submit right now. You know, if you were going to submit. So Bob Layton, Secret Wars right there. And then we've got a book which is from somebody who passed away. He's a legend. This is from Florida SuperCon. This was Alan Beelman, and it was signed in 2013, and it was from the Florida SuperCon, so it's probably a Florida SuperCon exclusive. Best wishes, Alan Beelman, who is a legend in comic books Absolutely. All right.
Cool.
Now we have 2 slabs. Shout out to 2 of the best guys on Instagram, guys I've become good friends with. And just thank you very much for donating the stuff. And it just means a lot to us. It truly does. I truly want to say thank you. And all the times we hang out, Mr. Wonkers has not made his way to Connecticut yet, but I definitely think
he will.
At the point. And we're definitely going to hit up Randy Sloan. And he donated this X23 variant 9.8.
Very nice.
Very nice. And this is the Women of Marvel variants. And Will Conrad did the art. Oh, it's a Djurjevic cover, right? Am I saying that right, Dave?
Something like that.
Yeah, but look on the back, though. Do you guys see that silhouette?
Oh, it's got the number 3. Nice.
Yeah, the number 3.
Cool. Very cool.
Yep, absolutely. So shout out to Mr. Wonkers for donating that to us. And then the last book was sent by our boy, the Butcher, right now. So go sub up to his channel. He just launched it. Matt Forge, all those guys. We've got a ASM 332, Dave Michelini, Eric Larson. Wow. Eric Larson, Dave Michelini, Venom Stone appearance. Wow. Just a Jay Leno cameo. You don't see that often, but he donated that too. So
that's awesome. Nice grade. Nice grade.
Absolutely. So shout out to the Butcher and shout out to everybody who donated stuff for our 1,500 subscriber giveaway. Sub up to Lords. They're very close to their 4,000. They're going to be doing stuff. We've got
Darkseid Jedi just said that he was going to have a nice giveaway when they hit 4,000. They're only 9308. So if you're watching us, go sub up. Lords of the Long Boss. They got a good, I'm assuming a good auction coming up next. They're always bringing the fire.
Yes, sir.
Tonight. So, man, I tell you, we've been kicking it for 70 minutes.
I have something I wanted to bring up. So you bring up Mr. Wonker. So those of you that follow me on Instagram, and if you don't follow me on Instagram, there it is right there at Roger Levesque. That ain't tough whatsoever. My name's out there. We get to know people between Instagram and YouTube, and Gary talked about how, in the last couple of years, we go to cons, we have the swaps and all that stuff. We get to meet people that we've only communicated with on Instagram.
Right.
And you start to think that people from their Instagram and their YouTube. So recently I showed a picture of my new office at work, and I displayed all the first appearances of the members of Justice League, plus the first appearance of Spiderman and Batman. Well, Batman is part of Justice League, but and the first appearance of Justice League itself, and they're all reprints. And it's just something I wanted to put on the wall. It looks really nice, really clean. If you follow me on Instagram, go take a look. I shared it. So one of the comments that came from Mr. Wonkers was, "That's a great setup. What's on the other wall? Either an ASM 300 homage or hip hop album covers." Now, if you don't know somebody. If that's not me, that's me, right?
Right, correct.
100%. And I've never met the guy. We've never talked on the phone. It's strictly through chatting on Instagram, chatting on YouTube, people watching us and seeing the stuff that we're into. And I thought that was one of the coolest things that someone could ever comment, to show that somebody that I don't know actually really knows me.
Correct. Yep. Right.
So my question to you is, yeah, all right, Darkseid Jedi, you like that? Go Big Blue. My question to you is, out of all the things that we do on Instagram and YouTube and the things that people like that know about us, what is something about you that nobody would know by watching YouTube or Instagram or Facebook?
Nice.
Oh, that's a good question. Okay.
What is something that Otto and Dave and I might share also that you enjoy, like to do, or is a hobby that nobody would know by seeing your social media?
All right.
Interesting.
So let me have to think. So a hobby or something that I'm like, okay. All right. Well, maybe I've put that a few times. I don't have to see.
It's hard because you do share a lot of stuff.
I do share a lot of stuff. So let me see. What is a hobby that I have? Something that I like.
Hobby, something you like. Something that people would be like, really? I didn't picture you for that kind of person.
Yeah, interesting. All right.
Dave, you too. It's questions to you too, Dave.
I'll go first.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm a big music guy. I mean, I have almost 45,000 tracks, single tracks, and it's everything from jazz and country and blues all the way up to your current rap and electronic music and all that fun stuff. So my taste varies across the board, and I listen to music by my mood. So there's days that I'm listening to Five Finger Death Punch,
yeah,
and then there's days that I'm listening to Sade. So it's
yeah, I knew that about you because we've had that conversation privately. But you're right, you wouldn't know that from social media.
So get Otto.
I don't know. I'm at a loss for words. I was a bit okay. Here's something you don't know. I might show these often, but they don't get a lot of likes. I've probably shown a dozen of them. I was a huge Star Wars and Star Trek collectible card game gamer. Okay, so for those of you guys don't know, Decipher was a company, and they came out with a collectible card game based on Star Wars in 93 through 96. And they were collectible cards that you could buy, and it was a game that you would play based on these cards. It was much like Magic. It was very much like almost like a version of Pokemon, but it was Star Wars based and Star Trek based. And I collected and played these cards like you wouldn't believe. And what was very important about that is I lost my mom in 95. And I started playing the game. It came out in 93. I started playing the game right around 95, and it was a huge escape for me to play these games and to deal with the loss of my mom and stuff like that. So I have binders full of cards from Star Wars and let's say like Darth Vader was the most powerful character. He had a power of 7 and an ability of 7. Like Farm Boy Luke was like a power of 2 and an ability of 3. And then the cards, as the movies went on and the expansions came out, the characters got more powerful. Yep. And it was a 60 deck card game. I probably got, if I showed you, I probably got a dozen decks built with multiple cards that you could play one-on-one. And we also created our own Star Trek game based on it. So I was a huge collectible card game collector. The Boba Fett card that I had signed by Jeremy Bullock when I met him. So that's pretty cool. And for the Star Trek game, this is a true story. I'm a Trekkie. You guys don't know. I always talk about being a Trekkie, which is taking second fiddle to Star Wars and comic books. But I'm a huge Trekkie. I can speak Klingon. I spoke Klingon at my best friend's wedding. Nice. I've got a Klingon tattoo with my wife's name.
Nobody would know what the hell you were saying.
Exactly, but it's still Klingon. And I have and I met William Shatner a bunch of times. I met William Shatner more than once, and a couple of my cards that I have of Shatner, I had him sign. So I'm a huge collectible card game fan from back in the day. So I've got all that stuff put away. So that's maybe something that I don't really.
If I had to put money on what you were going to say, that was it.
Okay.
The games, the Star Wars, the Star Trek. If anybody could know Tim Moynihan and hear that freaking message, that we would have stepped on the neck of a 12-year-old to steal these Star Wars cards, and now they sell for 99 cents.
So here's what happens. When this, and I'm only going to go for 3 more minutes because I got to sign off. Lords are going to come on. When these cards first came out, the game was so popular. The Darth Vader card was a rare that you would get. There would be one in a box, maybe if you could get it, and you'd pay $80 for a box. The Darth Vader card was selling alone for like, I don't know, anywhere from $80 to $100 when you would go and buy it. And I bought like 3 or 4 of them. And then all of a sudden, my good boy Unimatrix Mono calls me one day. He goes, I was looking at these cards on eBay. The Darth Vader is going for 99 cents. He goes, 99 cents. He goes, I would have stepped on the neck of a 9-year-old to get this book.
I never laughed so hard listening to that freaking message.
That's a huge inside story, but I digress. That goes for another day.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give you mine. And I wasn't going to share this, but I'm going to do it.
Nice.
Because I got a couple, but this is the big one. I love the theater. I love Broadway. I love musicals. And I know every word to the musical Hamilton. No matter what song you play, I will know the lyrics. I listen to it probably 4 times a week. Yeah,
there you go. So
definitely not something that definitely
hashtag the more you know.
Yeah, right. The more you know. Awesome. Good stuff. And coincidentally, I've never seen Hamilton, so I don't know anything about it. So
either.
Well, when it comes out on video, we'll watch it together.
We'll watch it together. Yeah. Well, yeah. All right. So you guys, Lord is coming up in 12 minutes. We're gonna sign off. Dave, any parting words before we leave this wonderful show?
No. Hey. fun times. I look forward to these every other Friday. I got a video dropping probably midweek next week. Still figuring out what it's going to be, but we'll figure it out. But thanks again, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Absolutely. Raj, anything before we?
I love that my brother even said I didn't even know that. I just want to appreciate everybody who was hanging out. This has been a great time as usual. Showing some books. Like I said, come for the book, stay for the last. We have a good time. Appreciate the new swag. All the people that were here watching on Rewind. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you thumbs up. Make sure you head from here. You follow Very Gary. Got some great stuff going on there. Lords of the Long Box. They got an auction coming up. Always a lot of great content. So thanks everybody.
Absolutely. All right, guys. So just to sign off, thank you very much for watching. Like everybody just said, our next show will be May 22nd and June 5th. June 5th, right around my birthday. So we might have a birthday show. We'll see what happens. So we're going to sign off. So on behalf of all my brothers at Lords of the Long Box, Manimal, TiVo, Darkside Jedi, behalf of all my brothers at 3 Men in the Basement, Nemesis Prime, Roger Levesque, Dave in the Cave, I am Otto. We are 3 Men in the Basement, and we are out. Peace.
Peace out, everybody.